I've scoured this edit trying to see if there's somebody inside that little screened area up on the bathroom, because I expect to see a little hint of a face looking out or something, or maybe somebody in the bushes back there or something. But I couldn't find anybody. If you can, please share, please let us know. But yeah, I'm guessing it's just out of frame. It's freaking gross. I'm Brett, I'm a psychic medium, and I am outside again. I found another spot, and I'm in the valley at the remote control airport. And it's right under a real airport too. But I figure I'm gonna, as soon as we start filming, a guy pulls up in his car and parks kind of haphazard at the edge of the parking lot. He gets out, watches me for a few minutes, and I'm used to that, no big deal. But then he starts to go back and forth between this building that turns out to be a restroom and his car. That's weird, but I don't think much of it. Whatever, he might be just cleaning up or doing whatever, I don't know. No big deal, I don't care. I'm going to just tune in. This is like an interesting little spot. Usually where there's interest, there are spirits, or there's a little bit of activity. And this area, it's the Sepulveda Dam Basin. And it's this big area with a bunch of parks, golf courses. There's like sports fields, archery, all sorts of stuff. There's this little airport that I'm at that has a drone area, a helicopter area, remote control cars, remote control planes. It's got all this cool stuff right there. Really neat spot. I'm at a remote control airport, and I find that places with human interest also have spirit interest, or they have interest of things that are drawn to these quirky spots. Places where people are passionate usually have spirits who are passionate about them. So I'm gonna tune in and see if I can tune in to anybody here. I start to feel like I'm being watched. And so I'm looking around and I'm feeling something, and it doesn't necessarily feel like spirits, because that's a different kind of feeling. This feels like living people. So subconsciously, I begin to set up psychic walls, or put a shield kind of behind me. And while watching this, I noticed that my hands are clasped together, and I don't usually do this. And I think it's me creating an energetic circuit in my body to like build up this wall behind me. So I'm basically shutting off behind me and shielding from whatever it is going on behind me. And that also kind of takes away some of my ability to feel or see the spirits that are around me. And they actually also happen to be behind me. Just all sorts of people that have to see what's going on. Okay, I'm being told that there's a little girl. I don't necessarily see a little girl. I'm not feeling a little girl, but somebody told me a little girl. Even when I'm trying to tune into spirits, I'm looking behind me and I'm feeling something suspicious going on. Weird. I'm pretty sure I'm feeling stuff behind me, and that's why I'm reaching behind my back. I'm tuning in and I'm not feeling or seeing a whole lot, but I am hearing a little bit here and there. But I think my awareness is split between what's going on behind me, possibly in the bathrooms, versus spirits. And I've got most of what's happening behind me blocked off or shielded. So I'm not receiving that information. So I'm trying to tune in, and I'm not really feeling anything right here. That doesn't happen very often, so that's interesting in itself. Yeah, there's really nobody here. Nobody here at this little spot. And I'm hearing that's not true. I just heard a flutter across my ear, and I've heard this before with fairies. I've actually heard the physical flutter of wings that go really fast, really quick flutter of wings. So could have been an insect, but I didn't notice anything. I haven't seen any flying insects out right now or right here. Lots of creepy crawly dudes. Okay, so I'm asking, since I'm not seeing anybody and not feeling anybody, but I'm having sound, I'm having auditory, or I'm hearing, I'm not seeing or feeling anybody, but I am hearing somebody talk to me, because I keep saying like, oh, I'm not feeling anybody here, I'm not seeing anybody here, but they're saying, but there is somebody here. So somebody is talking, and I ask, okay, well, I'm not getting you. Like I'm not picking up on you. And they're like, on your 6. So I think that's really funny for a remote control airport, somebody to be saying that, because that's not something that's not how I pick directions. So what are you doing here at this place? This is my home. So I'm asking about, why are you here at this place? And they're saying it's my home. And then somebody says it's beautiful. I don't understand exactly what they're talking about. Are they living in a time that's different than right now? Like, is this another dimension that we're talking about? Because there was a fire recently in this area, so it's torn up and lots of brush. It's not what I would describe as beautiful in our physical reality. So it's just curious stuff. I'm always fascinated. This stuff is always fascinating to me. I'm seeing I want to say red baron, but I don't know if that's what it is, but it's a biplane or a triplane, and it's bright red. Was that your plane? I'm hearing no, but that's somebody who shows up here sometimes, but they love that airplane. Is there anybody else here? I'm feeling like I'm picking up on fairies, or I'm hearing the word fairies, but again, I'm questioning myself, because I always question myself. And usually spirits don't connect with fairies, or a lot of times the different kinds of entities are mostly unaware that the others exist. I've noticed that different kinds of beings and spirits are usually unaware of the other kinds of beings or spirits that are around. I think that they're possibly on different dimensions kind of next to each other, but they aren't tuned into each other, kind of the way we don't typically notice the spirits that are around us. We have to be tuned in to sense them or see them. And I'm guessing spirits work the same way. I'm trying to ask about, oh, do you have any suggestions for things to do or things to see or anything to tell me, any wisdom? And I heard something about shout, and I'm not quite getting what that is. I think at this point they're starting to tell me to get out of there. And I don't know what shout means. I don't know if that was instructions to somebody else or what, but I'm done. I'm done here. And I'm just getting little tiny bits of information, and probably they're trying to persuade me to leave. That's usually how they do it. They try to suggest things to me, because I don't think I notice the direct suggestions to get out or leave. I think I have to be persuaded to leave. All right, there's too much strange activity. This might be there might be some activities going on here, or getting ready to go on here. So I should probably get going. They're kind of suggesting to get they're showing me a big gulp, the 7-Eleven big gulp, and saying I should go get hydrated because it's hot. All right, thanks for watching. I start getting the vibe from my team to leave, and this feeling is so abrupt and overwhelming that I don't even take the time to thank the spirits or to say goodbye. And like, we're just out of there as soon as we can. I mean, I don't even ask you guys to subscribe, but there's a guy flying a remote controlled jet that I stop and I talk to for a bit, and I ask him about the Red Baron or biplanes or triplanes and see if there's anybody who frequents the place. And he points to where we were just filming and says that, oh, that's where the guys with the biplanes and triplanes set up. Wow, that thing is cool.
Thank you.
Are you at this place very often, at this spot?
All the time.
Okay. Do you know if there is a guy with it's like a Red Baron, or it's a red biplane or triplane?
Well, there's a couple of guys down there. They fly the big ones.
Yeah.
Big biplane, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them all the time.
And they're down on the end there?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of validation maybe. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and please do subscribe. Nah, that's all. I don't need to say that. So fast.